Yo, these Jay Slater TikTok videos are going to make you question everything you think you know about this current disappearance. Let's watch. What's that, a camera? Looks like a camera to me. I mean, is that the camera that the feds have? I mean, maybe there's some evidence on that camera to show that Jay was actually at the Airbnb. So this is someone that actually went to the Airbnb and they filmed it. I want to see if that camera's there. Let's see. Is that camera there? No. There's a light there. So was that a light? Was that a light? That was a light that we just see there. But in the other clip, was that a camera or a light?
The British Embassy. It was me who rang the British consulate. It was me who had the posters made. It was me who made the report. It was me out looking for him for days on end with no sleep and food. It was me who found the house he was at before the police even decided to start investigating.
Okay, so I believe what this lady is reading out are responses from Lucy, and she's allegedly communicated with Lucy through DM. I don't know.
It was me who actually made it so public by posting on TikTok. It was me asking anyone I walked past if they had seen him. It was me who asked at every cafe and bar in the Mascot area, and it was me who had to tell his poor old mum.
I think she's actually reading this word by word.
It was me bawling my eyes out so
all I can hear right now is me. It's getting a bit jarring. I can't lie.
many questions as to where he was and what happened, and yet it's still me that's getting all this hate, when all I can think about is where my best friend is and how we were having the holiday of a lifetime, and now he's not coming home.
And now he's not coming home. How do you know he's not coming home?
Ariana, today's topic we're going to discuss this Airbnb. I do want to address a couple of things. I'm getting a few comments of saying, how do you know this information? This could be damaging to a traumatised family, etc, etc. Well, this family have GoFundMe, and it's over £51,000. A few people have asked me, do you reckon they're going to do another milestone to get to 100k? It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. And I think the people that are still donating, I think it's meant. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. If they do make £100,000, this could be potentially used to relocate. It wouldn't surprise me if this family doesn't come back to the UK. It does not surprise me one bit.
Seems like she's insinuating that all of these people were guilty and they're all involved in this.
I don't think they'll be able to face the UK because I think they'll be getting a bit of hate, a lot of love, but a bit of hate as well from how they've gone about this. Some of the stuff I say is fact because I'm reading statements. Some of the stuff I say is purely conspiracy. I have an active mind. There's holes in this story, more holes than the homeless person's socks. So we're going to...
And I have to agree. I've listened to the interviews, and we are going to be listening to those interviews because I'm going to kind of break down and give you my opinion and how I feel about what's being said in those interviews. But yeah, there's holes in this story.
Want to know more? We're going to delve into it and have a look, aren't we? It's natural.
100%.
My first thing I'd like to raise is this a potential OD case? You can see the state of JS in the videos, and he doesn't look great. He's in a bit of a pickle, right?
That is a good point. An OD, overdose. Had too many drugs. Could have OD'd. But that doesn't explain why they would go out of their way and make up this story. If he would have OD'd and taken drugs, then, I mean, if that was my friends, I would have just own up to that. To go out of your way and make up a story that he's gone missing and you guys don't know what's happened, but really he's OD'd and overdosed on some mad drugs. I mean, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
Has he OD'd on it? Because there's no footage of him leaving this club or going into these Mascot Mountains, right? Is it an OD?
It's true. I mean, she does have a point there. I mean, there is no footage. There is no evidence as far as I've seen online to say that he got in this car. He did travel to the Airbnb. There is that picture of him standing with a cigarette in his hand on the steps outside the Airbnb. But do we really know if that's him? You know, you can't really tell. You do see a white hands, but that could be anyone's hands. Let's be real.
Has his friends tried to cover it up by getting rid of his gone?
And another thing I do want to add to that is in the location that they were partying, it's a very, very active place. I'm sure there would have been a lot of CCTV. The event that they was at was literally an 8-minute drive away from their hotel. The house that he actually ended up at was 1 hour away from the event that he was at. Doesn't make any sense why he would have got in the car and went all the way to that Airbnb when his hotel was literally 8-minute drive from that event. But at the same time, that area would have been active. There would have been a lot of CCTV, a lot of witnesses. I'm surprised that they haven't looked into that.
If so, this whole thing has been blown out of proportion for a simple case, and it could be completely over and done with quite easily. But it has been blown out of proportion if that is the case. The points I would like to raise today is on this Airbnb. I believe it's potentially, and again, I say I believe, I'm not saying it's fact, but it makes sense. Is this Airbnb a potential stash house? It's an hour drive from the strip. It's not far.
I know. Look, she's going left with this. She's going left with this. We're not even really caring about the stash house, to be quite fair. But she did have a point. OD, potentially. I don't know. Comment down below. What do you think?
Okay, I'm a little bit spooked. My last video, the Jay Slater video, was absolutely flying. Within an hour, it was up over 20,000 views. And it disappeared. Now, when I say to you it disappeared, it literally disappeared. As I was refreshing it, it disappeared. I had people messaging me saying, where's the video gone? It's literally disappeared as I was watching it.
Maybe he deleted it by accident, big thumb and that, just accidentally deleted it when he tried to refresh the screen.
It was about the watch. It was about something somebody sent me today saying, here's something you need to see to do with the Jay Slater case. Anyway, something else weird happened that at the time, I didn't think anything to it. Obviously, I've been on this app now for a couple of years. I've got over 200,000 followers, and you get people messaging you crap all the time, bots and things. Anyway, within a few minutes of that video going up, I got a DM from somebody. Now, this DM came into my requested DMs. The person had 0 followers. They were following 0 people, and it was just a picture of a girl's face. And it said, you better take that video down of the watch because I know what's happened. I don't exactly know what the ending was. So anyway, I just replied.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, can you imagine just getting a DM from some random account with no followers? They're following no one, and they tell you, take that video down because I know what happened. I mean, that sounds like some 5-year-old kid, mate. Right, so now we're going to move on to the 3 interviews of Lucy, Bradley, and the mum. These are extremely interesting, and I just have a funny feeling about all 3 of these interviews. None of them sit right with me, and I'm going to explain my reasons why. Let's get into it.
Well, it's actually even been longer than 72 hours now. It was 72 hours at 8:30 this morning, and obviously that's a long time to be going without food, without water, and I just think
we have to bear in mind this guy went missing at 8-9 o'clock in the morning, so he had a whole 12 hours before it started getting dark, really, to get drink, get water, get home safe. It doesn't make any sense how you were just walking and you just didn't see anyone and you fell down this ditch and got cut by a cactus, and yeah, your body just hasn't been found.
With the amount of time that's gone by, I feel like a little bit more could have been done on this.
With the amount of time that's gone by, I feel like more could have been done. What I feel like she's doing at this point is deflecting all the attention onto the authorities.
Authorities part over here. But yeah, it's been awful. Honestly, I've never been so worried in my life. It's just the unknown as well. You literally you don't know what's happened. You don't know where he's gone. His last drop pin wasn't even on a road. There's a reason he's gone off road, I think. Why?
He's a reason he's gone off road, I think. What does she know that she's not saying? It's kind of implying that he was in trouble, but there was no reason for him to be in trouble. The way she is acting is as if this is not normal for Jay. Why would Jay be making these moves? Why wouldn't Jay just come home? Why is Jay doing this? What's wrong with Jay? Seems like this is a Jay problem. There was a pre-plan in place for this. There was a pre-plan in place, a premeditated plan. Just the 3 of them went to Tenerife together. Lucy, Brad, and Jay. Jay on his first holiday. nowhere to be seen. You have to bear in mind, for that to take place, for him to completely vanish and look like he never even went there, that wouldn't happen on a spontaneous night out. That wouldn't happen on a one-off whereby you went out, had a fight, you accidentally killed him, and then you just done something with his body. It just wouldn't happen. There would be some form of trace because you just ain't prepared for that shit. But for the simple fact that this guy has vanished without a trace tells me that this was premeditated, this was pre-planned.
Had he not carried on the path, he's not a stupid boy. Do you know what I mean? Like, he would have stayed on the road. Like, this, it was at 8 a.m. as well, so, well,
They keep mentioning the 8 a.m., yeah.
just after 8 a.m. So
just after 8
that's
a.m.
like the perfect time. It's not cold at night. It's not midday heat. Hikers, there's tourists, there's photographers, like, there's like people around. He's not stupid. He would know to stay on the road, and then he'd walk past someone and say, look, sorry, I'm lost. Like, I understand there's like the language barrier with some people, but someone would have been able to speak English. He would have been able to communicate efficiently to let them know that he had.
She's just waffling on. Like, come on, this is all logical. This is all commons. Like, we know this. But why? What happened? Why didn't this take place? Are you telling me there's a prowler in the area lurking around at 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning that's stealing 19-year-old boys? Maybe some alien dropped down from the sky, picked him up in a UFO, and zoom, disappeared.
No phone, he had no water, and he was stuck up here. Like, why has he gone off the road? Like, there's unanswered questions, and I feel like they're not. I feel like they are doing some things, but I feel like they could try.
Lucy claims that she left the event and went back to the hotel earlier. I don't actually know what Brad claims he did that evening. Let's see if we can find out.
First of all, thank you so much for doing this, and I know you're only doing this because Debbie's asked you to speak on behalf of them and to let people know.
I know you're only doing this because Debbie asked you to speak on behalf of the family. Is that the only reason why you're doing it, or you're doing it because your friend's lost and you ain't seen him for 2 weeks, and this is hurting you, killing you, and you'll do anything to see your friend again?
What your best friend was like. Describe Jay to me, what his personality's like.
We did that festival for 3 days. We do 1 day festival. I'd be tired, rough in the morning.
So he does look stressed and he looks tired. Now, people obviously put that down to the events, but remember, this is 2 weeks after they would have last went partying. Remember, he's been missing for 2 weeks. You telling me the boy was still out partying after his boy was missing? Makes no sense. But this guy looks stressed here. It looks like he's been finding it difficult. And of course, that makes sense because his friend's been missing. But why is it taking him so long? 2 weeks it took this guy to actually have this interview. 2 weeks. And even when I listen to the interview, I don't really feel confident in what he's saying. I feel like he's just kind of making it up as he's going along, but still trying to stick to a script, still trying to stick to a guideline, regurgitating something that you've already spoken about with someone else, maybe Lucy perhaps.
He's waking up fresh to go and do it all again. It's just everything we've done like that, he's just been, I don't know, I can't explain him, he's just different.
He's excited, he's got a zest for life, he wants to go and enjoy every moment to the fullest.
Yeah, he does, and he does that. He did that anyway.
So you were actually on the phone to him that morning, he video called.
Questionable there, they cut it off. He said something, he was continuing to speak there, but they actually cut it off there.
Tell me what he was saying to you.
He was on the phone and he goes, I'm not walking down all around that road. And he's gone over a little bit, like a little, not a big drop, it's just a little tiny little drop, and he's going down there. He goes, I'll ring you back, because I think someone else was ringing him.
So I thought Lucy was on the phone to him in the morning. Which one was it? He was on the phone to him in the morning? Lucy was on the phone to him in the morning.
He was on the phone and he goes, I'm not walking down all around that road. And he's gone over a little bit, like a little, not a big drop, it's just a little tiny little drop, and he's going down there. He goes, I'll ring you back, because I think someone else was ringing him.
So he was walking down the roads, and basically someone else was ringing him. Is this the moment when he started going off-road, basically?
You probably, if you're thinking like me, you would have went back up and started walking.
Who else was ringing him? Who could have been ringing him? He said someone was ringing him. Has the phone records been checked to see if whilst he was on the phone to him, he was being rung by someone else? Has his phones been looked at to see if he was actually even on the phone to Jay at that time?
Path again. He wouldn't have gone all that way down there.
So he's basically saying if there was some sort of ditch or some sort of, dangerous pathway whereby you could have hurt yourself, he wouldn't have went down there. So where did he go then?
Said that you could see his feet and he was actually sort of sliding down the hill. Like you could hear the rocks.
Yeah, he was like that.
He could see his feet sliding down. He saw this all on FaceTime.
That's how I knew he went off the road.
That's how you knew he went off the road.
When you walk on gravel or whatever it is, you can, you know what it means.
You know what he means, yeah? She knows what you mean, mate.
Storms.
Were you concerned at that point?
Not at the time, no, because we were both like laughing about it. He said, "Look where I am." Like I just come out of a festival myself.
Hold on. He wasn't concerned because he's saying, "Look where I am." So clearly, Jay must have been okay, happy, functioning well, wasn't dehydrated and all of that, like Lucy was saying. So he was functioning well. He wasn't concerned. He just come out of a rave, basically. You just come out of a rave. What, at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning? You were still there. Because according to what the reports are saying, Jay got back to the Airbnb about 5 in the morning. So on that basis, he had enough time to charge his phone. He wasn't seen outside the front of the B&B until 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Remember, the woman outside the Airbnb said that the bus arrives at 10 in the morning. So he was there, apparently, allegedly. Maybe it was someone else. Maybe that was the pre-plan. Maybe Jay walked into that Airbnb and never walked out again. Any other Caucasian male that they saw was someone else who that witness thought was Jay. Yeah, I mean, this is very, very questionable. And we still don't have any kind of footage, CCTV evidence to prove that Jay was at the Airbnb.
Because he didn't seem concerned on the phone until we knew how far away he were.
So he didn't seem concerned on the phone until he knew how far away he were. It doesn't make any sense. He would have known how far away he was because he would have drove there the night before, right? With the two guys in the car. So he would have known how far away he was. So he started to get concerned when he knew how far away he was. Or did he get concerned when he gave you the pinpoint and you, seems very, very interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I said, put your location on. He said, a 50-minute drive or a 14-hour walk.
Yeah, so he got concerned after he realized that you were snaking him. He sent the location and you pressed the forward button. That's what happened there. That's what it sounds like to me.
I don't know if it's accurate or not.
Yeah.
So I said to him, well, it's only a 15-minute drive, get a taxi.
So you told him it was only a 15-minute drive, get a taxi. And what happened? He decided to not get the taxi. He decided to, well, his battery went down. Oh, yes, he never had no battery, even though he spent 3 hours in the Airbnb whereby Ayub gave him a charger. That's weird, isn't it? Really weird. Strange.
And what do you hope might be the outcome?
And he comes home. Someone brings him home, he's found somewhere. It just comes, I don't know how to feel about anything. I've been here now, I've been missing for 10, 11 days. And every day, my mind's just going blank. I don't know what to say anymore. Obviously, everyone wants him to come home. I'm praying he comes home every night. I still got hope for him. I still feel like he's somewhere.
You still got hope for him. You still feel like he's somewhere. This guy is lying. This guy is lying, and he knows what happened to him. He knows what happened to him. But what about the mum? How does the mum feel about this?
Just to let him go. He's not a bad person. He's just got in maybe with some strangers.
He's randomly just got in with some strangers. She clearly knows what he's got himself involved in. And I think there's more to it than meets the eye. They're probably all involved in selling food over there, getting put on by Ayub and the rest of the guys to sell food. And something happened over that 3-day period that led to Jay vanishing. But I actually think the mum at this point of the interview knows the real reality of what's going on, what's happened. She's hoping that the people who have done whatever they've done to her son are going to let him go because it's just drugs. It's just some food. You know, come on, guys. It's only a bit of food. We can somehow repay you. And that's the thought process here.
Befriended him. I'm not stupid. I've been to Tenerife before. I've worked abroad myself. These were all the warnings that I gave to him as well. Just if you've got him, he's not a bad person. He's just got him.
So she basically said, look, she knows she's been to Tenerife before. She's been involved in obviously selling food, and obviously she understands what her son's like, mate. He probably steals, he probably does all that type of stuff, and she's probably saying to him, listen, man, if you're gonna do this for these guys, when you go over there, you gotta be easy, bro. Don't get into no trouble. Just sell the food, make the pee, give him the pee, and be easy. But this guy's gonna put his hand in the pot.
Some, I don't know, if he has got in any trouble, please just let him go. Just let him go.
Let him go. Why does she keep saying let him go? How do you know if anyone's got him? Like, how do you know if anyone's got him? Maybe he did fall down in this ditch and got cut by the cactus. I mean, that's what we're being told, right? But why is the mum like, please let him go? Like someone's got him. So clearly there's something more to this.
Everybody loves Jay. Everybody loves being in his company. He's bubbly and fun, and he's just a lovely boy. A bonny, beautiful boy. And he was supposed to fly home from this island today. Now we would have been on a flight back. Feeling, has somebody taken him? Has he just panicked? Where am I? You know, they've been in high spirits. They've been to
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The first thing she said is, oh, is someone taking him? He's a 19-year-old man. Who the hell was taking him? Like, no one's out here just prowling looking for some white Caucasian male from Lancashire looking to just kidnap him for the sake of kidnapping him. Yeah, but it's going to put him in the back of the van and we're taking him. Random don.
I need to go get back down to civilise it. But there is people.
It's so funny how I've heard her and Lucy say that. Get back down to civilization. As we do know, he was in a part of Tenerife where it was probably less populated, but still a tourist, still people about. It wouldn't have been totally empty. It would have been like walking around, you know, Tower Hamlets, 7 o'clock in the morning.
People up there, why has nobody seen him? You know, there's tourists up there. It's a climbing, you know, it's a hive of activity.
Exactly. No one's seen him because he probably went into that Airbnb and never come out.
At 8 a.m. in the morning.
And the search we know is going on again today.
Yeah.
Will you be taking part in that?
I can't bear to see where he could be, like, just lying there somewhere. I can't bear it. I don't have the strength to do it. But
she couldn't find the strength to go looking for her son. Why? Maybe it's because she already knows what's happened to her son.
It's an absolute living nightmare. It's like a dream. It's like it's not happening.
It's like a dream.
Is.
Why would she think of a dream?
It really is. Just a nightmare. It's just an absolute living nightmare. It's like a dream. It's like it's not happening. It really is.
Is it me, or does it look like she's just kind of putting this on as an act? I swear to you, I feel like this is an act.
It really is. I don't wish this on anyone.
You know, I feel like at this point, she knows what the crack is. She's been told what the crack is. And she ain't letting the police know. She ain't letting anyone know. But the circle, the family, they know. They know, but they have to carry out like they don't. And here we are, putting on the front.
Anybody. I just want my baby back. Just please, just anybody who can help, just look for him. There's a massive area up there, massive.
It is
it's
massive.
Over 48 hours now since he was last had any contact with anybody.
48 hours at that point. 48 hours at that point, she already seems that she's acting. I haven't seen one tear fall down her face. Not one little bit of tear, not a little bit of water. None whatsoever fall down her face. Why? I mean, come on. You're telling me no tears whatsoever, just fake acting. Is that what we're getting here?
He's out there somewhere.
Where's the tears?
Or somebody knows where he.
I mean, she looks like she's sweating more than anything else. Like, it's sweating, it's anxiety. I'm nervous. I'm in front of all these cameras. The lights are on me. They're asking questions about my son. I know what's going on with my son, but damn, I can't say shit.
He is. We just need to find my baby. First holiday abroad, saving up, looking so forward to this event. 3-day DJs from everywhere, absolutely buzzing about it. 3 days, third day into the NRG festival, and this has happened. I was loving that he would go in and saying, "You'll love it. You'll come back. You'll want to go again. You want to go to all these other different events everywhere." And now I just wish I hadn't encouraged him to go. I should have said, "Don't go to Tenerife."
Again, ladies and gentlemen, not one tear. This is 48 hours after her son had been allegedly missing. Not one tear. Now this is extremely interesting, and I think you guys have to listen to this.
You don't know this Jay Slater. The fact that he's robbed one of the lads for just under a kilo and he shot and killed him is nothing. That's nothing to do with me whatsoever. That's nothing fucking.
Should we repeat that, ladies and gentlemen?
You don't know this Jay Slater. The fact that he's robbed one of the lads for just under a kilo and he shot and killed him is nothing. That's nothing to do with me whatsoever. That's nothing fucking. That's the fact that that's nothing to do with me.
Now look, I know there's no real factual evidence to prove that any of this is true. This is all an assumption, all opinions based on information that is actually out there. But that's literally it, guys. Make sure we hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn on notification bells on. All of that. I need every single one of you to comment down below. I need to know your thoughts on everything that we just looked at. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.